So first things first, I'm going to be starting with my oxtails. As you know, oxtails takes long to cook. So a tip whenever I'm cooking, I always cook whatever will take longer first, okay? So this is a kilogram of oxtails, chopped it small, cleaned it, lemon and vinegar. And to season it up, I'm going to go in with a little bit of salt, black pepper, some thyme, paprika, all-purpose seasoning. And over here I have a fresh batch of green seasoning. On Sunday morning, whenever I'm cooking, I like to go in with a fresh batch of seasoning. I don't make too much because most likely I will use all of this today. So yeah, there's a full recipe for this green seasoning. Make sure you check it out. The link will be down below. Okay, a nice heaping tablespoon of green seasoning in there. And you just want to mix that up. I'm using my hands today. And as you know, my green seasoning has onions, garlic, fresh peppers, parsley, celery, all that good seasonings in there. When you check out the video, you will see that it has all that good stuff in there. Okay, so there is the oxtails. So this is the oxtails, nicely seasoned. I'm gonna let it sit for about 15 minutes, but then we're gonna go ahead and stew this up because today I don't want to spend too much time in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm going in with my clean pot. This is my favorite pot at the moment. The brand is Salter. This is not sponsored in any way, but this is just a pot that I love. Salter. Okay, so it's non-stick and I just love the pot, man. Going with a little bit of oil. Okay, about a tablespoon of oil. And I'm gonna go in with about heaping tablespoon of brown sugar. Okay. As you can see, it's starting to foam up nicely. Okay, we have a nice dark brown color coming in, which is going to be perfect for our oxtails. So now you just want to pour it in. And I know this probably doesn't look like much oxtails, but today we're making some fried chicken as well. So listen, 2 little pieces of oxtail on the plate with some nice fried chicken. You don't need too much, all right? So yeah, that looks amazing. You just want to mix it up a bit to coat it in that browning. Okay, now you can also use the bottle browning. Yeah, this is entirely up to you, but I love doing it this way. So I'm gonna cover it. Don't put no water, nothing in there yet. So to the same bowl that you season the oxtails, you want to go in with about 2 to 3 cups of water. Okay, and the reason I like to add my water to that same bowl is just to get any leftover seasonings. Okay, comment below if you do this as well. This is something I like to do. All right, so 5 minutes, we're gonna check the oxtails and then we're gonna come back to pour this nice water in there. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. Okay, and as you can see, our oxtail has sprung up some nice juices, but at the moment it's got some beautiful color going through. Now this is how I love my oxtails. Okay, I love when it has some nice brown color. Okay, and I allow it to dry up till there's not much liquid at the bottom like this before I go in with my water. Okay, so now that it has that nice brown color I want, I'm gonna go in with my water. Okay, and this has lots of seasonings in the water, so I'm gonna just stir it up just a little bit like so. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with some thyme, some fresh thyme. Okay, and just put it in the middle like so. Okay, so as you can see, you could probably use a little bit more water because I love my oxtails to be fully covered because this is gonna slow cook for 2 hours. So I'm gonna go in with another cup of water. Okay, leave that in the center like so, and then you just want to cover it up, and as soon as it starts to bubble, you want to go ahead and put it on low heat and allow this to cook for 2 hours. Listen, your oxtails will be falling off the bone perfect. Okay, on to the next thing. So next up, we're gonna be making some rice and peas. For this rice and peas, I am going to be using gungo peas. I'm using tin peas today because listen, like I said, I don't want to be in the kitchen too long today. I don't really use tin peas often because I normally like to soak my peas overnight, but today we're using this tin gungo peas. In here, I've got about 6 cups of water, and then I'm going to season up the water before I add in my peas, okay? So the first thing you want to do, you want to go in with some salt. Okay, not too much salt. Put some all-purpose seasoning. You're gonna also need some green seasoning. Okay. Some fresh thyme. Put that in there like so. Some spring onion. And then go in with your peas. I left a little bit of the water from the peas. Make sure to drain out majority of it, okay? And now you just want to stir it up. Okay, so it has lots of seasonings in there and the peas has been added. Now because the peas is cooked, I like to go in with my coconut cream or coconut milk at this stage, simply because I don't need to allow the peas to cook. All I need it to do is to get some flavor. Okay, I'm also going in with some pimento seeds as well. So the coconut cream I'm using is this one here by Pride, okay? And it's really nice. I love this one. And I also use the coconut milk also. This is more of a cream. I'll show you how it looks inside. So this is how it looks. So I'm just going to be using a piece. Alright? And my Scotch bonnet pepper. Okay? Allow it to boil 20 to 25 minutes and I will come back. You see, my loves, this is looking amazing. Okay, it's been boiling for the past 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes or so just to reduce the water. Okay, and the reason the pan cover is to one side is because it's actually going up, so it's gonna dirty my stove and we don't want that. All right, so 10 more minutes and we come back. So next up, we're making some fried chicken. Today I'm using the fried chicken with the skin, but listen, you know, sometimes I'm 50-50 about the skin, okay? But my granny said try it with the skin for once, so today that's what I'm doing. All right, so this is 1 kilogram of chicken drumsticks, and I'm going to be putting some salt. I'm going to be putting some turmeric powder, okay, because my granny stresses how healthy this is, so we're using some of that. I'm also going to be putting some black pepper. Okay, and last but not least, green seasoning. You guys know I love my green seasoning. Okay, and we're gonna mix that up nice. Okay, and we also put some slits in the chicken, as this will help for the seasonings to go in there faster, you know. So it will allow it to cook faster. My granny's right here with me, so she kind of giving me a little teaching on the side. So because this fried chicken recipe is her fried chicken recipe. If you haven't already, then check out the full tutorial. I will leave the link down below. Okay, looking good, Granny? Okay, so this is it, guys. Trying some fried chicken with the skin today. Let's see how I like. I'm gonna set this to one side for about 15-20 minutes, and now I'm gonna go in with my flour. Okay, I'm gonna put some flour in here, about a cup of flour. You don't want to put too much flour, okay? And I'm gonna be going in with some sazon to season up the flour. Okay, so the sazon is gonna give it some nice color. Okay, I'm just gonna put about half a packet of sazon in here. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna wash and rinse some rice. Okay, I'm using 3 cups of rice. Okay, we're gonna wash this about 3 times. Okay, and I'm using lukewarm, and I'm gonna be using cold water as well. Okay, just want to wash it like this. Get all that starch out of the rice. Okay, then drain the water. And repeat the process. Okay, so you do this 2 to 3 times, And as soon as your water runs a bit clear, then you know your rice is ready. Okay, this is the second rinse. Gonna rinse it one more time, then we're gonna pour it into the pot. So we're going back to our rice. Okay, it's been boiling for about 20-25 minutes. Okay, now you want to check it for salt and adjust to your preference. Okay, as you can see, that coconut milk is nicely boiled in there. Okay, put all those seasonings in, and now we're going in with our washed rice. Okay, so I have checked it for salt and the salt is perfect. Okay, so adjust it to your preference. Now you want to allow this to boil for about, I'd say about 10 minutes. Okay, let it boil on about medium to high heat to dry up some of that liquid. And when the water level has reduced considerably, then we're gonna go ahead and steam it up. Okay, so let it boil. Look at that. So as you can see over here, the water has reduced quite a bit in the rice and peas. Okay, so what I like to do now is to turn the heat down really low. Okay, and then we're gonna steam the rice for the remainder of the cook time, which is usually about 10-15 minutes. Okay, so over here I've got a lid. I put some foil underneath it, and it's gonna steam that rice perfectly. I'm gonna come back when it's all done. Okay, time to fry up some chicken. Okay, so over here is my chicken. I'm just gonna dip it into the flour, give it a nice generous coating. Okay, and like I said, make sure your oil is nice and hot. Okay, you want to dust off any excess flour and then put it in. See, nice and hot. Okay, and I'm gonna put as many as my pot can hold. All right, dust it off into the oil. Okay, and you want to fry it on medium to high heat for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, I'd say about 5-6 minutes on either side. And because we have some slits into the chicken, it will enable the chicken to cook much quicker. Okay, Gran, is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so as I told you guys, Granny's right here with me, so all ready to remove. Listen, look at that. That looks amazing. All right, so I'm gonna be putting it on my plate that's lined with some paper towels. All right, look at that, man. That looks so good. Nicely fried. Gorgeous stuff. So as you can see, back to our oxtails. They look amazing. All right, so I'm just gonna stir it up a bit. Look at how it looks. See, looking gorgeous. Okay, so the oxtails are nearly cooked. Needs about another 10-15 minutes. But what I'm gonna do now is to go in with my butter beans. Now I have rinsed it with some fresh water and I'm adding it to the pot. Okay, okay, and you just want to mix it up because you want the oxtail gravy to infuse in the butter beans, which will give it so much flavor. So you just want to allow this to boil for another 10-15 minutes and our oxtails will be ready. Have some stir fry veg coming up. In a clean pot, add a little oil, just a little something, and you want to go in with some green seasoning. Okay, just saute this for about 1 minute. In this bowl, I've got 2 small carrots. I just chopped it randomly, not any style. I have some cabbage and I have some broccoli. Okay, and I washed this very well. So now you just want to add it to the pot. And this is going to reduce to nearly nothing. So don't worry if the pot looks small. Okay, and then I'm going in for a little bit of vegetable seasoning and just putting a generous amount on here, nothing too much. All right, then I'm gonna cover it and allow it to steam for about 5 minutes. Then we're gonna come back and stir it all in. 3 minutes later, I'm back. Okay. Okay, and as you can see, still no liquid in the bottom because I just wanted this to steam down a little. And do you realize how full the pan was when we put it in? And now it has reduced to half the amount. Okay, so that can be quite tricky, but yes. So now that it's nicely steamed, and this is probably nearly cooked, I like to let mine go for about 5 minutes. It's been about 3 minutes, so I'm gonna give it another 2 minutes uncovered, and yes, it will be all ready. So there you have it. That is nicely done. Carrots cooked, broccoli cooked, cabbage cooked, and like I said, you don't need to put too much seasoning in this. Just a little bit of vegetable seasoning, or if you have salt, black pepper, what you want to put in there. Me, I keep mine nice and simple. Okay, so that's all done. Chicken done, rice done, steamed veg stir fry done. Listen, let me show you how the rice is looking. So there we have the rice, nicely done. Let me show you how it's looking. Woo! Okay, now you're probably wondering why doesn't it have that reddish color, brownish color, but that is because we used canned peas. Okay, if you want the nice reddish color, you need to use the peas that you soak overnight. The red kidney beans will give it that color. So as you can see, our Scotch bonnet pepper is still intact. Okay, and this is our rice and gungo peas. We also call it pigeon peas in St. Lucia. So yeah, all done, nicely cooked. So last, we're gonna make some plantains, some pressed plantains. And as you can see, my plantain is semi-ripe. This is why I'm making pressed plantains rather than fried plantains. Okay, so I've sliced it in half. Okay, and we want to allow it to fry for about 2 minutes. Okay, about a minute or 2 minutes on either side. Then we're gonna remove them and press it. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, you see that? See that? Okay, so I give it about a minute on either side. See, this one has nice color as well. This, yes, that's how I like them to be. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn my fire down low because we're gonna remove these. Okay, so you want to remove them and just put it onto your chopping board. Now my chopping board is clean, so don't worry. Okay, just put them onto your chopping board. They're not fully cooked. I'm gonna press them so you guys can see how to cook it. All right, good. Okay, so my plantains are on the side and this is hot, so be very careful. All right, put it over here like so, and I'm using a clean jar and we're just gonna press it down. Okay, now this is semi-ripe, so it's crushing really flat. Now usually the plantains will not crush so much, but like I said, these ones are a bit ripe, so this is the reason why it's crushed like that. Okay, so don't worry, just fry it up till you have some nice color, and it's gonna be nice and crispy. See, look at how gorgeous this one looks. This is how I love mine. See that? Looks pretty. So now I'm just gonna drain off the excess oil and just put it onto a small plate. So we have some fried chicken. This is Granny's recipe. Some oxtails with butter beans, man. Some pressed plantains. We have some stir fry veg, some rice and peas. Let's plate this up, man. So first I'm going in with my rice, and I love to put my rice in a little mold simply because it makes it so much nicer and neater too. Okay, and don't mind the little rice on the side. Then I'm going in with my oxtails. And voila! So this is my Sunday lunch. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. As you know, subscribing is free. It was a pleasure having you here in my kitchen, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Say bye, Granny.
Bye bye.